What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. It's your boy Brad. The Brett over there. Chris is underneath us. Welcome to Derry has finally come out to our HBO screens. So we figured the time is fitting to go back all the way to the original, talk about the Losers Club from the book, the 1990 miniseries, and the movies from 2017, 2019. We're going to be ranking the Losers Club from worst to best today, spanning across all adaptations. So it's going to be a great time. And I'll actually go ahead and kick us off and give you my number 7. There's 7 members of the Losers Club. And my worst place here is going to be Stan Uris. Nothing super against him, except he left everybody hanging in the second movie, A. But B, he just always felt, I guess because of that, he's missing as an adult. He's not there. He's kind of missing that part of the story. As a kid, he didn't really get into that much either. He was just kind of there. So Stan's my worst place at 7.
And I'm going to go ahead and make this easy for me at my number 7. It's also going to be Stan the Man as well, even though he's not a man, because he kind of dished his whole loser club. And that's the only one that Pennywise didn't get to really have fun with, because Stan wouldn't allow Pennywise to have any fun with him because he kind of earned himself. So I just call him the weakest one of the group. So I just did not. I wasn't really interested in the character anyway, especially with his haunting scenes from the 2017 movie. So with that in mind, number 7 is Stan.
Yeah, I will three-way climax that, boys. Stan is my number 7, mostly because we don't get that interaction with him as an adult. But I will say that I do understand the the trauma taking its toll.
Yeah, and all these, they're all important in their own way. Stan played an important role in that, in selling the fear of Pennywise. That he sold Pennywise out with that, so he's important. But like you said, it all comes down to screen time. Anyway,
all right, Brad, go ahead and kick us off at number 6.
Okay, number 6 for me might be surprising. For me, it's Bill Denbrough. Now he's the heart of the group, the leader of the group for all intents and purposes of the Losers Club. But there's a couple of reasons, 2 big reasons why I have him this low. A, he just kind of seems like your basic leader of a, coming of age story. Like there's nothing that stands out about him that much. He's got the stutter, he's got the Georgie, but he's just your leader guy. And this is stereotypical, I think. But B, the damn ponytail in the miniseries kills it for me every time. I can't take him seriously. So for that reason, Bill Denbrough is here at number 6 for me.
All right, and I'll continue on with my number 6. I'm going to go with Mike, and it's kind of the same thing. Like, he's not my favorite character, but again, I understand his importance, and because he is the one that's kind of representing the obsession that he wants to try to figure out everything with the lore of Pennywise and how to stop it for the entire group, while the other group is just living the rest of their lives and not even worry about it. But so I understand its importance, but again, it's just, to me, it's just one of those characters I really just don't really care about, honestly. But when we get to my number 5 and up, this is where I start to care about the characters a little more. So I'm done with about the characters that I don't care about as much. So number 6 is going to be Mike.
My number 6 is going to be Ben Hanscom. I absolutely adore the character. There's nothing that I could say to his fault. I just happen to either sympathize or empathize with some of the characters more so than him. And he plays a huge part in this. And I love the guy, but Ben's my number 6.
I like it. Okay. Our lists are going to be different. I like it.
I know. Yeah. I'm starting to love this too. So let's continue with the uniqueness of our list. So Brad, kick us off at number 5.
All right. Number 5. I got Mike Hanlon here. Now, the reason he's higher than Bill, in my opinion, is it's mostly because of the book, and he plays the same role in the movies, but it's not as explained. But he really is kind of the hero of this whole story. Like, Pennywise would have won without Mike. They would have left his kids, and they would have all forgot everything that happened, and they never would have came back. But Mike kind of sacrificed his normal life to stay in Derry and make it a point to finish Pennywise off down the road. So he's the only one that remembers things. He's the one that calls people back. And as adults, he's kind of the leader of this group. So he's really important. He kind of is that the actual heart, I think, of actually beating Pennywise. And I don't think they did a good job, as good of a job in the movies explaining that. as they do in the book. But he's a cool dude and really important for the story.
Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and go with my number 5. My number 5 and 4 can always just flip flop around because they kind of like are there for the exact same reasons. It's just which one I find more, I'm going to use the word entertaining than the other because they're both entertaining. But my number 5 is going to be 80 because I think 80 has like a good sense of humor and entertainment about him that just really draws you into his character. But the main thing I like about him is just him just standing up to his mama. Like, you use some fake pills on me? And I just like, there you go, kid. I was waiting the entire time for him to talk back to his mom and
Gazebos.
stand up for, to stand up for himself. And it just really made me happy, just because I was just waiting for that moment, and he finally got there. And I was glad he was able to get that moment. Like his adultness wasn't kind of what holds me back instead of him being at number 4. That's what makes him not at number 4. Instead, number 5 is just a solid place for him to be.
Okay, I like it.
Chris, what's your
Absolutely.
number 5?
Number 5 for me is going to be Bill. I will just echo a lot of the things that Brad said on the last round. I just didn't identify with Bill quite as much as I did the other characters, despite the fact that he is kind of the glue that holds everything together. I love Bill, but yeah, he's my number 5.
Okay. So, Brad, go ahead and hit us off with our number 4.
4 for me is Eddie Kasparak. He's, like you mentioned everything that's great about him. He's awesome. He's the one that's really fear driven. He's raised by the overprotective mom and then later marries his mom, basically, and whatnot. So he's always, been over sheltered. He's, basically being forced to be sick by his mom so his mom can keep control over him. And I mean, that's what it is. But then he ends up kind of stepping up and being a hero a couple times in this story. So, and ultimately he's the one that kind of gives his life fighting Pennywise here out of everybody. So, he does that. So, yeah, Eddie's my number 4.
Yeah, and he ain't the one with the cast too, and where the whole thing of Losers Club really came to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so very important character still. I still like the guy, but here's the deal. My number 4, I talked about earlier, 4 and 5, like these two characters are both entertaining. It's just which one is a little bit more entertaining than the other. My number 4 is Richie. Beep, beep, Richie. Just to me, I think the child actor that they got for him to lay down all the jokes and everything, I just thought it was really well suited and kind of best represent or brought out the best character version of Richie. And then, of course, when they got Bill Hader to play him as the adult version, I think that was absolutely beautiful casting. I thought that was perfection. He delivered some great lines and everything as well. Just to me, he's just a bit more entertaining because due to more entertaining value, and just I'm a jokester myself, so when he lays out jokes, I can relate to that. So my number 4 is Beep Beep Richie.
I like it, man. I like it a lot. I think
So Chris, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is going to be Mike Hanlon. I really enjoy Mike, and I suppose that he's higher on my list since reading the book. And if I had only watched the movies, he probably would have been lower. But reading the books and seeing how important he is to literally everything that happens in this story, I have to bump him up a little bit. And hopefully, through the Welcome to Derry series, we're going to see more of his family and more of what exactly he brings to the table, because I think it was kind of short-sighted in the film series, but he is very important to this story through the book and everything. So Mike Hanlon, number 4, man.
All right, so let's go ahead and enter our top 5. Brad, kick us off. Top 3. I meant to say 3. So
it's okay, man. Richie, I got number 3. I got Richie Tozier. He's the comedic relief of the group, and really he's actually the standout probably in the movie from 2017. He's just keeping things rolling, keeping the audience laughing the whole time. He's awesome. And he's fun in the book too. I hold him back a couple spots just because his story, his story isn't the most intriguing as a character in his development. Whereas I have a couple people higher that have a better story, I think. But yeah, he's great. You couldn't have the story without Richie.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and go with my number 3. I'm going to finally introduce Bill myself because I'm the only one left and I has not mentioned Bill yet. I like Bill, and plus it's a little biasing with me because he always has a protection of Georgie, and everybody knows you can check on our skip playlist of how much I adore the Georgie character because I like to play with my boat too. But yeah, Bill, he's just very interesting because he has the stutter and everything. He overcame that, and then James McAvoy got to play the adult version of Bill, and I just thought that was really cool. I thought James McAvoy did a really good job in that, and just Bill to me is just he's a really good leader character. I know for you all, like it's just basic and generic, but hey, if anybody knows me, sometimes basic and generic is way better. Just it's safe. That's what it is. So my number 3 is going to be Bill.
Moving right along. My number 3 is gonna be Eddie Kasprak. I I love Eddie. I think is one of the big hearts of the story, especially after reading the book. And I really identify with that character a lot. So give me Eddie at number 3.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to number 2. Brad, kick us off.
Honestly, my top two, I keep going back and forth on them. I mean, they could go either way. I think in this moment, honestly, I think I'm going to go with Beverly Marsh
Okay.
here at number 2. God, it's still tough. I think she has a strong case for number 1. Sometimes she is, but she's kind of got the most complete story. We're always, seeing her battle some type of abuse, whether it's from her dad or her husband or whatever. And I love seeing how that transcends and how she becomes, especially in the book, how she breaks away from the husband. It was a really emotional, powerful scene. So that was really cool. But I also just love her scare the best, the one in the bathroom with the blood coming from the sink. That's like the most iconic thing of the movie, I think, especially as they're, at the kid story. And yeah, it's seeing that much blood coming out of the sink, and both they do that scene really well in both the miniseries and the 2017 movie, in my opinion. And it's equally as effective. So yeah, give me Beverly at number 2.
All right, nice. Brad, I'm also going to agree with you on this. My number 2 is Beverly as well. And I would think most people on their Loser Club ranking, which I'm interested to see what it's like down and below. So be sure to leave a comment on your ranking. I would like to see like Beverly being most number 1, but for me, with my number 1, it's just a little more personal to me. But Beverly is a fantastic character because it's just someone that you just really feel bad for all the struggles that she has gone through in life. And it's just really solid with it's just great storytelling within her character. Just to finally, it's a struggle for her to reach her happily ever after. And when she finally gets it, because her hope for forever after is that little note with hair like amber or something like that. So yeah, it's just that love letter. It's just what drives. It's what honestly just keeps her going. And that's why it's something I really like from a storytelling perspective. And of course, need more blood. All that blood with the child sing and her adult sing was fantastic. Great visuals of around. So, and I feel bad for her too. She had to deal with a naked grandma too. So my number 2 is Beverly.
Oh yeah, dude. My father joined the circus.
Wow. Well, we'll have a 3-way climax, boys, because my number 2 is also Bev. Yeah, I love the character and everything that she represented, but that character is honestly much more strong, and what she goes through was more traumatic in the book. So Beverly is a complete hard ass. So yeah, she's definitely my number 2.
She's got that slingshot shit down too, man. Should be freaking.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And she knows how to use the toilet too. So that let's go. Whack.
Don't we all, buddy?
Right.
No,
Let's isolate that audio.
Isolate that audio.
She knows how to use that toilet too.
Damn right she does. So before that, before we do all that off screen here, let's go with our number 1. So Brad, who is your number 1 loser in this loser club?
Look, I went with Ben Hanscom, man. I don't know why. I've always been really compelled with the story. I think he's like the most relatable person in this bunch. I think a lot of people can relate to, either being the new kid or having a crush on somebody outside of your league, or, just whatever, just being the outsider, being big, whatever. He's relatable in a lot of ways. So the story is always really intriguing. Anything he has going on. He's kind of our introduction to the Bowers bunch too. where he starts to carve his name and Ben's on Ben's stomach and stuff, and a lot of the danger and stuff that we see in the Henry storyline is kind of told through Ben's side of things. His love for Bev is awesome. The movie, the book is great. He does crazy things out of love, and it's awesome. But also like his arc as well. You know, he goes from the bullied outsider to a confident, you know, hey, here's how we got to do this, you know, kind of deal, architect, if you will. So yeah, I think he has a good arc. I love everything about his love story and everything like that. To me, it's great.
All right, and Brad, I'm going to follow suit with you because my number one has also been as well. Kind of like I said at number two, Beverly should probably be number one for me, but I related more to Ben, and Ben was absolutely my favorite character because, again, the gravity towards like his story kind of like fit mine as well. Like I got bullied a lot. Like I try to shoot for girls out of my league a lot of times, sometime too. So I totally understood where Ben was coming from with some of the sadness and the sorrow that he had to deal with in life. But I also just really like for what he did, like how they wrote his character just to grow from that and also to find his happily after, and also proven too, you can get the hot babe, you can get the Beverlys in the world too. Just be yourself, be the good person you are, and kill fucking clowns while you do it.
Fuck you, clown.
Okay, so therefore, my number one is Richie, and I suppose that comes back to the just simple. I identify with Richie the most, saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Give me Richie number one, man.
All right, so that is our losers club, from the worst of the losers to the best of the losers. Jim, anything else you want to add before we close out this weekly episode?
No, sir.
All righty, Chris, anything you want to say?
Fuck clowns.
Damn right, fuck clowns. And want to
Hey!
again ask you all again, what do you all think about the Losers Club? What's your ranking of the Losers Club? Who's your dead last loser? Who's your best loser? Let us know in the comment section down below because we love to read them and to always keep that discussion rolling.
Yeah, and if you want to follow along for our weekly videos and our weekly live streams every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, hit the subscribe button, follow along, comment, and we'll keep rocking.
Absolutely. So until then, we are going to go ahead and head out here and regroup into our own little losers club, and we'll see you all next week for the next weekly video. See you, everybody.
Yay!